with the ASMR.
No, fuck that. We already done that.
But
No.
Aw.
No.
Oh, come on.
No.
Aw.
No.
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 Stop it.
But this is the Dead Red Herring podcast.
Yes. With ASMR. No, wait, sorry.
No fucking God damn it. How many times do I have to tell you?
I'm just thinking here, doing an ASMR. Sitting there, doing everything smooth and just sneeze.
This is the ASMR.
I am gonna do that.
You're now relaxed.
That's even better. Hypnotic tape.
It's not okay. Let me try this. Welcome to the ASMR version of the Dead Red Herring podcast. You're now relaxed. You feel calmness flowing through your body, flowing down. Hey, shush!
Yes. Oh yeah, I'm thinking everyone lying just in a bed, and just
The best part is that
bowel evacuation.
diarrhea flows like a river.
Flow like a river.
Yeah, I'm just thinking that if you actually have the level of the volume going sort of, it's not really low, but it's low enough that someone might have to actually turn up, up a bit. And then it's like, what the fuck is it? And eardrums blow out. Hush, hush. Proceed.
Proceed.
Talk to me.
Apache. Oh, we haven't even started the subject yet.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just one of them days.
One of these days.
And I'm gonna let you guys in on a little secret here. It's not really a secret though, but we actually did record a full episode.
1 hour of
1
material.
hour, and for me to realize that instead of using my good old podcaster, I had, for some reason, been recording on the integrated microphone on my laptop.
Sound of a potato.
Yeah.
Skämmes ta mig fan.
Yeah, my reaction was literally this. Oh!
Yep, that pretty much sums it up, I think.
the sound of pure frustration.
Just let it out.
It's like the ASMR thing. I actually should have done that instead of the sneeze.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like that video clip. Yoga class or whatever it is.
Oh,
And there's someone in a cringe suit.
Let out all your inner anxiety.
Inner stresses or whatever. And this fucker just... I'm kind of messed up. I fucking love that one.
Oh dear.
Oh, Christ. Okay, so...
Barely 5 minutes and we'll already start screaming.
Well, that's podcasting for you.
Yeah, I suppose.
Speaking about screaming, though.
Screaming does silence. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Go on.
That is the sound of forgiveness.
That is the sound of forgiveness.
Screaming, then silence. No, but there's actually been quite the rumble on the old interwebs. Because just days ago now, they released Avengers Endgame.
They released the title. Wait, what?
And the movie. Who would have thunk it?
Ah, fuck.
So I've seen a whole lot of people going around. They don't want spoilers, so they're leaving Twitter and internet just off. And there are a fuck ton of reviews, both non-spoiling and spoiling.
And don't worry, we're not gonna spoil it.
Yeah, we're not gonna spoil it.
So come back here.
Come back, you. Don't make me go Scorpion on your ass.
Yeah.
But I've actually been watching quite a few reviews of both kinds. And interestingly enough, the consensus among everyone is that the movie in itself is okay. It's not a bad movie. However, there have been a lot of comments about it being a total mess, and that it's been the work of a woke brigade. And some even go as far to say that the Russos have let us down. And after listening to a few spoiler reviews, I'm inclined to actually agree that the Russos might have let us down. I mean, I'm still gonna go see it.
Yeah, of course, we're gonna have to see it and
See
make
it to
up our
believe
own. Yeah. But yeah, make up our own.
Yeah, but at this point, I feel like going to see this movie is like going to the dentist. It's like, it's not the most fun experience, but you just have to do it.
Drill me, doctor, drill me.
No! Fuck! Not, doctor, no, not in that sense.
Oh.
And for some reason now I'm thinking about, what's his face again? Comedian, plays the banjo, white hair. You know what I'm talking about.
Exactly, I know who you're talking about.
King Tut.
But the name fails me for the moment. The name eludes me.
Yeah, keep talking. I'm on a Google.
Gotta Google that shit. But yeah, it's... yeah, drill me, doctor, drill me. Oh, I see you're bleeding. Are you sure you're flossing? I had to make that joke. Anyways.
What the
Oh, I see there's some residue here. Must scrape that off. Oh, I'm seeing you're bleeding. Nurse?
Yeah, and then you realize that your dentist is actually Steve Martin.
Oh, Steve Martin, yes.
Playing his role as the...
sadistic dentist in Little Shop of Horror.
Yeah, exactly. Now you've seen where I was going with
this. People will pay me to be inhumane. I fucking love that song.
Yeah. So that's what I feel about Avengers Endgame at this point.
Say ah.
Say ah.
Say ah.
It's fantastic.
Yep. But yeah, it's something that has to be done. But well, I guess I'm sort of masochistic at that. I'm sort of looking forward to make up my own little opinion here and go and see the darn thing.
See the goddamn thing.
See the darn thing. I'm gonna blow out my throat in this episode.
You're gonna do what? Blow out your throat?
My voice, then. Blow up my voice.
Okay, let's just say it. Stay. No. Yes, no.
Can you blow up my voice?
No! I'm not gonna blow anything on you.
Not gonna blow anyone's throat here. Moving on, I think.
Moving on. What else do we have to talk about?
Yeah, we have a little shitload to talk about, making sort of a potpourri here, but
it's always a potpourri.
I know, but this one is supposed to be a potpourri.
It's like you don't have to point out the obvious.
Yeah,
here.
but this one is supposed to be a potpourri.
You're a potpourri.
Yeah, I know, but like I said, this one is supposed to be, so prepare for spreadness. Being all over the place. Like
it's always spreadness.
Yeah, but like, imagine a carpet bombing then. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. You never know.
No.
But
you've been playing a game lately.
I've been playing a lot of games.
Yeah.
I've been playing games with everyone. No.
Playing games all my life.
Since I've been bored for a long time now. Let's just start there. I actually had to try out the infamous No Man's Sky.
Famous.
Yeah. No, I actually tried No Man's Sky.
Mm-hmm.
And when I bought it from my PS4, and out of the box, you install it and you get the horrendous first version that everyone hates.
Oops.
But I mean, I had to try it. I had to see the wreck. So while waiting for the game to download the update, which actually makes it a good game, I spent some time running around actually playing this god awful first version, and holy shit, was it bad!
So bad.
I actually encountered the silly flying dino thing with the overproportioned upper body and the teeny tiny wings. Yeah, the only thing missing was the Jurassic Park theme on harmonica.
Melodica. Yeah. Fantastic.
But as at the point where I actually got the update down and installed, it turned into a completely different game.
It's like a whole new game.
Yeah, but because as it is now, it is a great game. It's really entertaining, and I mean, I'm a sucker for these survival open world games. So the way they've actually improved on everything, and so I like it. Graphics are nice. It's a much better graphics than the first version. You can build bases. Everything's been improved.
Nice.
So I mean, at this point, I can actually recommend people to try it out.
Never thought we'd see the day.
Yeah. I mean, unlike another title that's been
open world survival.
I
am
made by a AAA developer.
Oh, leave the horse alone for a moment, will ya?
You know I like beating them dead horses.
Yep, I do.
Because Bethesda! It's like a goblin going in like So yeah, Fallout 76. I don't think that I'll ever actually play that game. Because they just keep on fucking it up.
Yeah, I mean, with adding the more pay-to-win system. Unless it's very...
No, not even at that point.
On a high sale, then maybe.
No, not even if they're just giving it away. I'm not gonna take it. Nope. Yeah, just nope.
I'll see. I mean, curious. Morbidly curious. Maybe.
You know what happened to the cat?
What cat?
Curiosity killed the cat.
No, I'm just thinking that scene in Half-Life 2. in the beginning scene, that standing in the teleporter.
Right.
I still have nightmares about that cat. And Alex is just, what cat?
What?
No, we fixed that problem now. What cat? And they're standing in the teleporter. Hey, yeah, about that cat. Initializing in 3, 2.
We never got to know what happened to the cat.
No, but I think when you're walking around in the later game, I think Barney actually says, "Do you hear a cat?"
I don't remember that.
That's a little comment. He's just, I love it.
Oh, the only thing missing is that the cat was named Schrödinger.
Yeah.
Schrödinger. Speaking of weird names.
Yeah. Oh, that's also a fun thing in Witcher 3. When you walking around searching for armor, you have the different Witcher schools, which is the School of the Wolf, School of the Griffin, School of the Cat, and all that. And they're talking about an attack on the School of the Cat, and we have...
What about the School of the Hag?
Fuck you, School of the Hag.
School of the lonely 40-year-old cat lady.
The lonely cat journo. Oh wait. Yeah, but it says in a little note you find that we haven't heard blah blah are dead, and Schrödinger, we don't know if he's dead or alive.
That's funny.
Yeah. I was like reading.
It's nice.
Yeah, those little tidbits.
You know, when games give you funny little things like names, calling places,
Some things just can't take serious in the different languages. Friends, we're gonna tell you a story. A story about a town called Bögenhafen.
It's like, no, you can't call a town that.
and I think our Scandinavian family is like,
maybe.
But the English one is just standing there. What?
Yeah. Because
I suppose we're gonna have to explain the joke.
Yeah, the thing is that in Swedish there is a certain word to describe a certain kind of person. A man loving to hug another man.
When a man likes to take dicks up the butt.
Yeah. No, but what is commonly called gay or homo, whatever version of the male homosexual. In Swedish, that is bög.
Bög.
Yes. But you can't say that.
No.
But
we do it anyways.
Yeah. Because we're awful people.
Yeah.
So yeah, and when you actually notice that the main town in Vermintide 2 is called
Bögenhafen.
That's no, you can't take that shit seriously.
And I mean, Hafen is the German word for harbor, but Bögen is the German word for
arch.
Arch, yes.
So Arch Harbor, I think the proper translation would be.
But I'm just thinking they're Fag Harbor.
Hello, sailor.
Which is even more amusing when you read the description.
Harbor with ships full of seamen.
There's seamen everywhere.
So it's going to be a fun time playing that game.
Oh, yes.
We need to defend the city from the disease of Nurgle.
Yes, because in the description, Shadow over Bögenhafen brings a new content to Vermintide 2 with the impending destruction of the city of Bögenhafen. The heroes are tasked with investigating the source of the Nurgle infestation, slowly consuming the city, starting in the disease-ridden slums.
No, stop it! You can't do that!
This is magnificent!
And I thought Skaven brought diseases.
Nurgle's like, hold my plague. And the fags were like, here, hold mine. Hold my Cosmo.
Stop, no.
Okay, I'm gonna stop now.
You have to stop now. I'm gonna have to talk to Farrell.
Oops.
Woo.
Yeah.
Oh, this is awesome.
Papa Nurgle approves.
Yeah, that's always fun.
Yeah.
But okay, I'm actually I want to be serious for a little bit here.
All right, do that. Come on.
I'm gonna try to be serious.
Straight face.
Flinched. As opposed to what?
Oh, never
I
mind.
let you fill in the blanks. No, but I actually want to do a little review here. Because I played another game.
What?
Who would have thunk it? No. I've been playing Outward, the open world RPG that is said to be hard as Dark Souls.
Oh.
Hard.
Yeah, that's also a word that gets thrown around when people want to describe hard games. It's like Dark Souls.
Yeah, suddenly every game that's a bit hard is Dark Souls.
Yeah.
But sidetracking, difficulty levels.
Oh boy, here we go.
Yeah, you have the normal mode.
Yeah.
Which is normal.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna go the scale, it's from top to bottom.
Mm-hmm.
It is sort of like extreme, hard, or expert. extreme, expert, hard, normal, easy. Beginner.
Can I play too, Daddy?
That's a good one. Toddler, and at the very bottom you have game journalist.
Yeah.
I actually think that game journalists should get a dumbed down version of the game that is like go from point A to
like
point B and congratulations, you actually finished the game.
It's like the demo, but even easier.
Yeah, exactly. No challenges, and if there is a challenge, it's like an auto win.
So basically, we have like say Elder Scrolls 6 Game Journal Edition.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Because nobody cares about the game journalists anyway. It's like,
No.
if you actually want to know about a game, you go on YouTube.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Look at other reviews of them.
Because you can actually see people play it. They can get an honest opinion about it. Or you go on Steam.
Yeah.
And read reviews from people that actually play the game.
Yeah.
And not some whiny little...
I am a columnist on Kotaku.
Kotaku. I read the Polygon.
Everything I say, you must.
No.
I play.
And
this
then we
one.
have the morons over at Eurogamer that have openly said that we don't care about games. We only care about politics. Then why the fuck do you write about games?
Then what the fuck are you doing here?
Yeah. Shouldn't you be like trying to do... Oh, God, I was about to say real work. You can't say that.
You can't say that.
Maybe someone should learn to code. I'm just saying. But yeah.
Honk honk.
But talking about Outward.
Yes.
Getting back to the main point here.
The game Outward.
Yeah, the game Outward. As we already said, this is an open world RPG that has been likened to Dark Souls when it comes to the difficulty. In my opinion, from the meager hours that I put into the game, I could say that, yes, it is hard. There is a steep learning curve to really get into the game as such. But to say that it is Dark Souls hard, that is really pushing it.
Yeah, it usually is. I mean, I guess with Outward we have the difficulty levels hard and the rest above.
Actually, you only have one difficulty level. So
hard and rest above.
You have the game. That's it. But I mean, this is a game that is designed to actually hone your skill as a player.
Yeah.
Even though, okay, I'm gonna be totally honest and say that this is an indie project.
Yep.
And you can see that it is an indie project or indie game because the graphics, they are, by today's standard, they are low grade.
Yeah.
The game mechanics are also, there's nothing new. This is just a standard, I was about to say hack and slash, but it's not really.
No, it's...
You have your standard attack, you can do some spells. It's nothing new, it's nothing...
it's maybe the open world RPG, World of Warcraft stuff.
Yeah, not really. It's not turn-based, and
okay.
like, well, not to say that World of Warcraft is turn-based. It's like...
Well, it's sort of turn-based. Not like, now it's your turn, now it's your... But would they all get each turn to...
Yeah, it's like you attack and then you have the auto attack rolling.
It's the basic RPG attacking, so to speak.
But you, in this case, you actually, well, you do your own attacks. It's fucking duh. But what I mean is that you can do a standard attack and then you can do a sort of special attack move, throw spells and all. But it's real time action.
Yeah.
So, and you rely a lot on blocking and on evading to not take damage.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. And you have a stamina meter, you have your health meter, and you have to actually work to get your mana.
Oh, shit.
And I really like this. The main concept of the game is that you're just a nobody, more or less. You're not special in any way.
You are not the chosen one.
Exactly. You're the ordinary person being thrown out into the big, ugly, evil world, more or less. and you have to make your way through it and just get good. Because you train to unlock skills and abilities. And here's the thing about the magic system. I really enjoy this part because at the start of a game, when you create a character, you do not get any form of magic.
Mm-hmm.
To get magic, you actually have to go to a place and offer both health and stamina to gain mana.
Huh. Interesting.
So you're giving up some to gain some.
Yeah.
So I really like that. And then you can learn. The way you learn things is that you talk to trainers and you pay them some silver and they teach you stuff. And by that you unlock both passive and active skills.
Huh. Well then.
And the main thing that makes this game hard is that you die easily. I mean, really easy. And you have a really limited inventory system.
Yeah.
Because things weigh quite a lot. You can't carry really that much. So it's sort of, I'm not going to say realistic because it's not, but it feels like
closer to reality then.
Closer to reality. It's like you can't carry around 15 swords and still
15 swords and 30 cheese wheels.
Yeah, sort of, exactly. I mean, the weight on stuff really adds up quick. Even the silver coins has a weight. I mean, you can't go around with 80,000 silver coins and not be affected.
Oh dear.
So that's something to think about. And you have to eat, you have to sleep, you have to take care of yourself. You need to be mindful if it's hot weather, if it's cold weather.
Cook your food.
Yeah, it's really interesting in that way. And another thing is that if you die, you could actually be transported to another place on the map. Is that there's no permadeath as far as I know. The only thing is that when you die, it's sort of like you're being knocked out and you wake up somewhere else. And you always get a small telling of what happens to you when you're knocked out. So far, I have been taken by bandits. I have been carried back to town. I've actually been saved by a monster. And the monster actually taught me a spell when I talked to him afterwards.
Well, how nice.
Yeah, it's interesting. And another form is that if this was in a dungeon that I get beaten down, and for some reason my character, he crawls back to the entrance and thinks to himself to never get beaten like that again. After 3 times, I think he should actually change his mind about that one. It's more like, okay, I better try not to.
Crawling back a la Terminator style.
Yeah.
Da-dum, dum, da-dum.
Yeah, exactly. But I like that. And when you rest, there you actually can choose between sleep, guard, and repair. So you have to be mindful of your equipment as well, because there's durability and you have to repair it.
Fair enough.
And when you sleep, there is a chance that you get ambushed, unless you're at an inn, thank God. But if you sleep out in the wild by a campfire, be mindful, you need a campfire to keep warm, if you're outside. But you need to put, so to say, hours into guard, unless you actually want to be ambushed. I've never been ambushed so far, so that's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Whenever that happens. What else? Yeah. When you die, your total health goes down. It's sort of like Dark Souls in that matter. And you'll either have to sleep to get it back to full, or there are some consumables you can use to get it back to full. Same goes with stamina. But when it comes to magic, you do not sleep to get it back. Sleeping actually lowers your maximum mana.
I just got an image of like an old wizard standing there with lots of mana. Sleep is for the weak.
I haven't been sleeping for 30 years.
I have never been more powerful. All right, Grandpa, let's go to sleep. No!
That's actually the beginnings of a horrible enemy.
That's a wonderful story, actually. Senile old wizard.
Yeah, he hasn't slept in forever because he doesn't want to lose his magic abilities. No wonder people using magic go mad.
I'm gonna write a story.
You should.
Sorry, go on.
Yeah. There are quite a lot of different armor. Well, not really much difference. Armor. You got the heavy armor, you got some light armor, but it's not really in the traditional RPG terms of, well, heavy or light armor like that. Not as far as I've actually seen it. It's more like they give you certain stats and they affect you in ways like if you use heavy armor, you're actually going to be slower, and so on. And you shouldn't use headgear, as far as I know, or at least heavy headgear when you're a mage, because for some reason that actually makes it harder for you to use magic abilities.
Magic is resonating inside my helmet. Oh, unbearable.
No, it's more like they describe that magic in this world is a force that flows through everything. And when you use magic, you tap into this energy. Yeah, scratch that. And so the connection you have to the world is really important. And when you sleep, you actually close your mind to that connection. That's the reason why your maximum mana goes down.
Fair enough.
But one way to remedy this is to drink tea.
How British.
I'm just waiting to get coffee, see if it like resets everything.
If you think tea is good, imagine cocaine. Fairy dust.
The only thing that I haven't tried out in the game yet is the multiplayer co-op mode. Oh, yeah. Because this game actually has couch co-op.
Like the good old days.
Yeah, split screen, 2 players playing together.
Cool.
Yeah, we're going to do that later.
Yeah.
So you're actually going to be able to see a real played review on our YouTube channel later on.
And by the time, I suppose, we have been playing when this one comes out. So.
Yeah, when this episode is out, you will be able to go to our YouTube and see our live stream. Hopefully.
Time traveling. Woo!
Actually, it should be yours page changing sound.
So yeah, that's... oh wait, there's something else in this game.
But wait, there's more.
But wait, there's more. There is no quick save system?
No, actually there isn't. Because you have to... It's a continual autosave. So you'll actually have to live with every decision you make. There is no going back.
Oh no, just like the real life.
I know. And it works like that. You can have 3 characters, but every character is one and only one save. So whatever you do, you have to live with the consequences of it.
Ah, shit.
Yeah. So think before taking action.
Think before. Yeah. Good call.
Yeah, I've actually made a mistake. Because at the start of the game, you actually need to go out and get money to pay a debt. It's a blood debt on your bloodline because your grandma fucked up and your family has to pay for it.
Grandma, why?
So, I went on my way thinking that, well, getting money shouldn't be that hard. I mean, I'm just gonna go out and holy shit. Yeah, my first fight was actually with an hyena. And that was like, okay, I can do this. And then there was a second hyena and I almost died, but no one can defeat me, I thought.
Gotcha, bitch.
Yeah. And another thing to think about here, I was talking about the inventory system and all. You actually need to carry a backpack to keep your stuff in. You will have some pockets on your armor, but you can, when you start out, I think actually, it's all depending on the armor, but the starting thing you get, you can have like a weight value of 10.
Mm-hmm.
And when you go over that, you become over encumbered and you'll be slower until the point you can't really walk.
Yeah, fair enough.
And so either you keep things in your pockets, in your hands, or in your backpack.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the backpack you can actually equip and unequip as you want.
Nice.
So whenever you're going to go into battle, if you want to be effective, you should actually throw off your backpack and start, rolling around.
I just gotta leave my backpack over here. Don't touch that now.
Yeah, exactly. But that's one thing to think about as well. When you die, you might actually lose your backpack, but it's not gone.
Mm.
Thank God. I thought that happened at one point. But if you're lucky, if you die, whoever saved you, if you're getting saved, actually brings the backpack with you.
Oh, thanks.
So you can pick it up when you get back in the game, so to say.
Yeah.
But I went out and you could either get money to pay your debt, or you could do a favor for someone, so they could vouch for you, say that this person did a good thing,
It's
and
A-okay.
yeah, and this will repay his debt. So I thought that I might as well go and get that, because I noticed that it's really hard to make money in this game.
Yeah.
Really hard. And also thinking about money having a weight.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, when you're over a certain hundred, a couple of hundred in silver coins, it turns quite heavy. Exactly. So I'm out there. I go into a fight. I die, and this is actually when I get saved by this monster. It's part of something called the Scourge. Not affiliated with Warcraft 3, mind you. But these are some sort of, I would guess, demonic creatures being. Mm-hmm. But this particular one was more interested in actually making friends. Aww. So I actually asked if he could teach me something, and he taught me a spell. So that was nice. So I go out again. I keep on... I got my backpack with me that time.
Yeah.
Thank God. But I go out and try to... I actually start looking for ways to get magic, because I usually play magic users. So I run up this mountain, and I think that, if I get to the top of this mountain, maybe there's something there. I wasn't wrong. It just wasn't what I expected. It was a monster. It's like, I don't know, a crustacean, a giant crustacean made of rock or something like that.
Oh, you made it this far up? Fuck you.
Yes, sort of. So I died again, and I died a couple of times, and then I looked at the map, and it actually displays how many days you've been playing. So like, suddenly I was on day 5, and I thought, oh shit, I better get back. I'm just gonna do this first. Because I actually have found the person that gives me the sort of...
The voucher.
Yeah, voucher or testament that I've done a good thing.
You're a good boy.
Yeah. So I die again. And at the point I actually get back to the village, I am inches away from dying again, because I was dragged back to town after dying, but it didn't heal me. So it's like I was limping around looking like, shit, help me. So I actually run up to my house. And suddenly there's a guard standing there, and he says that, you were too late. Fuck you. We've taken this house in possession. It's not your home anymore. Yeah. So I run down to talk to the... Bless you. I run down so I can actually talk to the head of town.
Yep.
And the lady, I was going to say something beginning with a C.
The courteous lady.
She said that, oh no, you were too late and I can't help you anymore.
Oopsie.
And at that point I start complaining that, why the fuck do I have to pay for a mistake someone did before I was even born? And that was frowned upon.
Beep, 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 beep.
Yeah, it's like, don't you also feel that it's kind of unfair to be blamed for something that someone did a long time ago that you might be related to, but not really, because you share certain aspects or I don't know, characteristics, but you had nothing to do with the action, and there's nothing you can or could have done about it. Don't you just hate that?
Yeah.
So anyways, at this point in the game, I'm thinking that, well, fuck this village, fuck this, nope. I'm gonna go out into the world and make my own way there. And that's what I did.
You died.
And I died again. And I lost track of how many times I've died. But it's, as I said, the learning curve is steep. Mm-hmm. But even though the game is hard, it's really rewarding whenever you do something and you manage to succeed. Because it is an open world. There are no restrictions to where you can go, who you can fight. Like there is no level. It's all about how many skills you have and what advantages you can get.
Fair enough.
So, and I can see the likeness to Dark Souls in that sense.
Yeah.
So, nice. I can give a recommendation for the game. I think it's worth playing. I think that if you're into the open world RPG without too much mechanics, unnecessary mechanics and such, I think this is a game for you. And I'm actually looking forward to see what they do with the game in the future, if they're going to update it and refine it and stuff like this. So.
Yeah. 8 out of 10 hot dogs.
10 out of 8 hot dogs.
10 out of 8 hot dogs. What?
No. If I'm going to give it a score like that, reviewing. Hey, I got something about reviewing, but I'll get to that later.
We're getting to that.
If I'm going to put a score on it, I'd say, a 6, 7 maybe. Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there are certainly a lot of things in the game that could be improved.
Yeah.
But as it is right now, it's still enjoyable, and it's a good time playing. So
awesome.
Yeah. Now, about reviewing.
Yes.
I've actually listened to a new podcast.
Yeah.
Called Everything Reviewed.
Yeah, so gonna do a little shout out, so to speak.
Yeah, a shout out to Everything Reviewed.
They review everything.
Yes, they do. You think it would be in the name, but God.
Huh. Not something vague like Dead Red Herring. What? Moving on.
Hey.
I'm not dissing the herring, don't worry.
You better not. God. No, but Everything Reviewed, it's by the comedic duo, Joey Berggren and Justin Sherman. They review everything. Literally everything. So, yeah.
Alrighty then.
No, but I've been listening to a couple of their episodes, and they review things like Ghost, Orange. They review mustaches, hot tubs, and pizza, sinks.
Fucking everything, man.
Yeah, everything. But, I mean, these guys are really funny to listen to. They're random. Yeah. If I'm going to describe this pod with one word, it'll be random. Mm-hmm. Because they're as bad as us at following the red line or the red thread. It's like they start out with, we're going to review this, and then it could end up, I don't know, talking about punching babies or something.
Yeah.
I haven't heard them talking about punching babies, but that would be fun.
Not yet. We have punched babies. No, wait.
We shouldn't talk about punching babies.
I mentioned punching babies.
Did you
strangling babies or something?
I mean, cooking babies as well.
There was something about involving babies. But,
the wonderful smell of babies. A good stew. Yum. Now, take your baby, put it on a plate. Take some carrots, onions, put on the oven.
What are you smiling at, Jonathan Swift?
Yeah, what's the title of that book? A Modest Proposal?
Yeah.
Yeah. Quite.
But,
talking about Everything Reviewed.
Yep.
I recommend listening to this pod if you're into weird comedy, randomness, and just hilarious conversations
and reviews
and reviews of stuff.
Yeah,
you should listen to these guys.
Actually, yeah.
They have my dead seal of approval.
Dead seal of approval. Oh my goodness. Okay, then.
That's a pun, damn it. This is the dead red herring. Do you want the dead seal of approval?
Yes, I would. Get the clubs.
But remember, warranty void if seal is broken.
Can imagine there's a Norwegian or a Canadian about what?
Actually, I think it's mostly Norwegians.
Some Canadians club seals, but anyways.
Yeah, well, at least we in Sweden were refined. We don't club them. We use our big-ass guns to kill them.
At least we have the balls to shoot them.
I've actually went to the local museum here, and they have an exhibition of old weapons.
Mm-hmm.
You mostly used for hunting, but there are some that were military grade, but then they were more or less just put into hunting instead. And they have these really large bore rifles that were meant to hunt seals with, but they were so big that you couldn't hold it and shoot. You actually had to lie down, and usually in a boat, and shoot it.
Imagine like the propulsion just sends you back 5 feet.
Yeah.
Or more, or 5 meters, or like, what?
So, I mean, that's something.
Yep.
I don't think it's good for hunting baby seals. I do prefer a club in that case. Or a finer caliber, maybe.
You see that baby seal over there? Yeah. No, you don't.
Speaking about hunting, I'm going to go... I actually heard a story about a guy. He had to shoot a badger because it had made its home on his property, and it was wreaking havoc. You don't want to have a badger on your property.
I was going to say, was this you?
No, this wasn't me, sadly enough. But he got the badger. He hit it with a large caliber.
He's scraping badger to this day.
The caliber he used was 9.3 times 57.
Fuck.
Yeah, that's kind of a large caliber. I heard they say that when he hit the badger, it turned inside out.
Oops.
And I've been having badger problems of my own back at the farm. And I actually went to check what recommended caliber they think should be used. In Swedish terms, it should be a class 3 caliber, which is like the 222, the smaller calibers, easier load and stuff. The 9.3 x57, that's a class 1 caliber. This one can actually almost turn a moose inside out. No, it really can't. But it's used for the larger...
one of those moose bouncers.
Sort of. I think you can actually kill an elephant with that one.
Hunting elephant? Nope. Badger.
I don't ever want to shoot a elephant because these are majestic creatures and we need them.
Yeah, no.
Badgers, however.
That's a different story.
Yeah, as long as they stay off my property. No, as long as they're not a problem, it's no. Well, they can go on their merry way.
If it's not a problem, it's not a problem. If they're not a problem, it's not a problem. Yes.
Yeah. I was actually out on a walk. This is a couple of years ago. Out walking with a friend. And we were walking. It's a back road, really small, and going through a forested area. This was back south, so I mean, we had the lovely green trees and the
green leaf forest.
Yeah, it was. I mean, the forests of the southernmost part of Sweden, they're beautiful. I love them, and I miss them. But we were out walking, and suddenly I hear like something coming running. It's like, what the hell is that? And I hear like a panting and thinking like, the fuck is it? Is it a dog? It sounds like a dog. What the hell is this? And I turn around and suddenly there's a badger coming running. And me and my friend, we were like, what the hell? And she takes a couple of steps away, going to the other side of the road.
Yep.
And I take one step to the side maybe, and the badger just keep coming running. And suddenly it like jerks its head, looks at me, and and it looks like it's startled. And have you seen a dog whenever it's sort of like runs sideways, not being really sure, frightened, sort of startled, like, oh, what the fuck? The badger did that because badgers, they have really bad eyesight.
They're really
nearsighted.
Yeah, nearsighted. Yeah.
But they have magnificent smell and I think hearing as well.
Mm-hmm.
But this fucker just came running. And then when he noticed me, he's like, oh shit, takes a couple of steps to the side and just keep running and then turns in and runs back into the woods. And I'm like, what the fuck has happened?
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
Yeah. So it's like they run and they sound like a smaller dog when they're out and about. It's awesome, actually.
Kind of adorable.
Yeah. Well, badgers are adorable.
Yeah.
Just too bad about their bite.
Yeah.
And destroying like
foundations
for your houses and everything like that.
Yeah.
If it hadn't been for that and shitting all over the place, it's not that they're shitting all over the place. They prefer to have one spot where they poop.
And by God, they poop.
Yeah. So if you're unlucky, you will actually have a poop place for the badger on your yard or something.
Congratulations, you're a badger toilet.
Actually, I have a friend. It happened to him. It was on his front yard. There was a badger. It had made a specific point there, and every night it went there and pooped, and he had to throw it away every goddamn day. I think that badger disappeared. I'm not really sure who did it, but it did.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Well, on that fucking note.
Oh, it's fun.
Yeah.
Turning badgers inside out.
Hey, was it a magic trick? I mean, it's like in Red Dead Redemption 2 when Arthur is skinning rabbits and badgers, actually.
Yeah.
He's just
smaller
animals. He's just standing there, holding up its back legs, taking a firm grip, and just
pull!
Rich! Like, want to see a magic trick? Ta-da! Arthur Morgan the Magnificent.
Morgan.
Oh God.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
I think we should end it before we go on another tangent.
Yeah. This has been a hailstorm of.
Yeah, well, it's sort of all over the place. So, my final words are these: you can play No Man's Sky if you update it. You should play Outward if you're into open world RPGs.
Yep.
Shout out to Everything Reviewed, and you should definitely go check them out.
Yep.
And be mindful of the caliber you use when hunting badgers.
And with that, good night, children.
Something to think about.
Yeah.
And as usual, you can always get in touch with us on
Twitter.
The handle is @DRH Podcast. You can send us a mail if you send it to dead.red.herring@gmail.com.
Yep.
And you can find our stuff on most platforms where you can find podcasts.
Yeah. And soon we might even have a web page.
Soon.
Or you can find, where, like you said, one of most podcasts. Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher, YouTube.
Well, YouTube isn't really a podcast.
No, but we are on YouTube.
But we have stuff on YouTube as well. So go in there, watch our videos, even our early crappy live streams.
I dare you. Crappy live streams?
Yeah, I'm ashamed of the quality of the sound on those.
That's true, actually.
So
be mindful.
You have been warned. But give us a like, give us a comment, give us a review, rate us on iTunes if that's your thing.
Yep.
But definitely write to us on Twitter.
Interact with us.
We're friendly.
Sometimes.
I can tell you about badgers.
I can tell about inside-out badgers.
That's actually my only hunting badger story, so...
For now.
Might be more. But yeah.
Yeah.
So, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Have a good one, everyone.
Good night. Good morning. Whatever. have a nice time.
Yeah.
Unit.
Unit. We're not going to talk about grapefruit.
Mmm.